Sam, do you have DNA results back on the bone found in Griffith Park?
I haven't received the results from SID, but from my years of experience, I have to say that the bone is definitely human. Given the measurements of both the bone and the body found at the park, they're a match.
Has autopsy occurred on John Doe 7216M?
Yes, John, it was first this morning. The gastrointestinal tract was ruptured as I suspected, and also as I suspected there was no asphyxiation. The nylons wrapped around the neck were in no way connected to the cause of death. It looks like poisoning. Fluids were taken and sent out.
Has identification taken place on the John Doe?
No, we've sent the prints out for a national search. There must be someone, somewhere, missing a father, brother, or husband.
Is there any preliminary report on the fluids?
No, John, they only went out this morning. However, I am not hopeful for a match. You know, John, there are thousands of poisonous substances out there. Many have yet to be identified and cataloged by the scientific community. It's like hunting for a needle in a haystack.
Sam, has the autopsy been performed on Jane Doe 1202L?
The body is being prepped as we speak. I'll be getting started soon.
Sam, has anyone identified or claimed Jane Doe 1202L?
No, John. I have sent a copy of the fingerprints out for a national search. So far, no response.
Has autopsy occurred on John Doe 7216M?
Yes, John, it was first this morning. The gastrointestinal tract was ruptured as I suspected, and also as I suspected there was no asphyxiation. The nylons wrapped around the neck were in no way connected to the cause of death. It looks like poisoning. Fluids were taken and sent out.
See ya, Detective.
I'm really sorry about the newswoman, Detective Carey.
Sure. Next time, just keep quiet. Don't talk to those people. They'll twist your words around, make your life miserable. Got it?
Got it. Thanks, Detective Carey.
It doesn't matter who you are. SID's in there. Nobody's allowed in but them. They're going over that car with a fine-tooth comb.
Hey, old knucklebrain! Didn't they tell you up front? SID's here! Now go away, you can't come in. Go on!
First, you need to gain entry into the yard.
Well, once again, you've been very helpful. Thank you.
Hey, that's a big 10 for you, betcha, good buddy. Here at Hollenbeck Tow, we aim to please. Sure do.
You attach your Parker Center ID to your suit. You press the button to call the elevator. You select the third floor as your destination.
Enter. I'm glad you're here, Carrie. I wanted to talk to you about your newest TV appearance. That stunt in front of the coroner's last night was splashed all over the evening news. Obstructing the First Amendment is what they're calling it. I'll have you know I've already fielded calls from national news bureaus, the mayor, hell, just about anyone in this town who's anybody is called. Carrie, you're going to need to learn to control that temper. I've just about had it with this cowboy crap. Now, this is a directive. You learn to work with the press, not against them. Do you understand me? Read my lips. Work with them.
Lieutenant, it's not my fault. I mean, it's that reporter. She's always stirring things up. She's making my job impossible.
Look, Carrie, it's a reporter's job to report the news. Sometimes that means going after the truth, other times not. What I want to know is there any truth to this killer being a woman? That's bad news, Carrie. If our killer is a woman, she'll be harder to catch. Not much is known about female serial killers. And when this thing goes to trial, if it ever does, the public's sympathies could be swayed by her gender. You watch yourself, Carrie. Any woman as strong, mentally and physically, as this one must be to have committed the crime she has, is quite an adversary. Watch your back.
Lieutenant,
I don't have all day. Get on out of here and back on those streets.
you say there's been phone calls, Hal? What kind of calls?
Hell, Junior, half of 'em want to marry you, half of 'em want to see you strung up to dry. But telling you straight, kid, people are scared. They all think they're next. Damn scared.
You call the elevator. You select the lobby as your destination. You turn the knob and open the door, Detective.
Howdy, cowboy. Come by for a little shooting practice?
You fill the form out according to department specifications. You fill the form out according to department specifications.
Filled out and ready to go, Bert.
Thank you, partner. Thank you, partner.
You pick up the headgear.
Officers, headgear on. Officers, headgear on. All firearms to low ready.
You load your Beretta.
Phase 1. Ready on the right, ready on the left. Attention. Gun to low ready. Prepare for Phase 2. Phase 2. Ready on the right, ready on the left. Attention. Gun to low ready. Prepare for Phase 3. Officers, reload.
You load your Beretta.
Phase 3. Ready on the right, ready on the left. Attention. Gun to low ready. Prepare for Phase 4. Phase 4. Ready on the right, ready on the left. Attention. Gun to low ready. Prepare for Phase 5. Officers, reload.
You load your Beretta.
Phase 5. Ready on the right, ready on the left. Attention. Phase 6. Ready on the right, ready on the left. Attention. Holster all firearms. That there was some shooting, cowboy. Thank you, partner.
Welcome to the Third Eye Theater. May I help you?
Detective Carey, LAPD.
Yes, sir. May I be of assistance?
I'd like to speak to the manager, please.
That's me. I own the theater.
What is your name?
My name is Mitchell Thurman. Please, come in. Enter to your left. How may I help you?
Mitchell, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if that's all right.
Yes, of course. Well, why are you showing me that?
I'm looking for its owner. Have you seen this shoe before? Maybe on a customer, maybe a friend.
No, I haven't. No smoking in the theater. I'm not sick. I don't need those. Matches? Today and yesterday. Careful with fire. Fire burns.
Mitchell, have you ever met or do you know a police officer by the name of Rene Garcia?
No, I don't.
Mitchell, have you ever been arrested or had a run-in with the law?
No, really, no, never. Please, look around. I have nothing to hide.
I didn't think you did, sir. Mitchell, do you recall having a uniformed police officer as a customer this week, possibly on Monday or Tuesday?
No.
At least this place has a sink for washing out the coffee pot and popcorn machine. The lobby looks like it was decorated by a 14-year-old. Soda pop. This one looks like a cola.
Are you thirsty?
Mitchell, have you ever met or do you know a police officer by the name of Rene Garcia?
No, I don't.
Mitchell, have you ever been arrested or had a run-in with the law?
No, really, no, never. Please, look around. I have nothing to hide.
I didn't think you did, sir.
Knocking on the door, you receive no response. Knocking on the door, you receive no response. A long red evening gown hangs in the women's restroom stall. This dress doesn't belong to you. Besides, when did you start cross-dressing? An evening gown hanging in the bathroom of a rundown theater might be weird, but it's not criminal. Opening the paper towel dispenser, you find there's nothing but paper towels. What did you expect? Are you insane, Carrie? Those are your case notes. You'll need your memorandum book if this case ever goes to trial. If you don't want to carry this around anymore, throw it away.
Mitchell, whose dress is in the women's bathroom?
My mother's.
It doesn't matter who you are. SID's in there. Nobody's allowed in but them. They're going over that car with a fine-tooth comb.
3 yards of rope. Dirty rope, that is. This rope is so dirty it feels like it was used to rope cattle.
It doesn't matter who you are. SID's in there. Nobody's allowed in but them. They're going over that car with a fine-tooth comb.
Getting run over wouldn't help your case, Detective. No. You attach your Parker Center ID to your suit. You press the button to call the elevator. You select the basement as your destination.
Hello, Detective. How can I help you?
Hello, Chester. Chester, I wanted a DNA run on the bone I turned into Nobles. What do you have back?
Nothing yet, Carrie. And not to criticize, but you really should have turned that into property.
You're right, Chester. However, I also need to find myself a killer. Chester, what do you have on John Doe 7216M?
Body fluids have been sent over, but thus far, nothing on toxicology.
How about Jane Doe 1202L? What do you have, Chester?
We haven't received the body fluids from the morgue yet. We're limited on what we can do here, Detective. Unfortunately, we haven't heard back from Quantico on the other samples either. We're at a dead end.
The vehicle the victims were found in, Chester. What did you find?
Their body fluids, their hair, their fingerprints, and red fibers. Other than that, the car was very clean. Too clean. Nothing in the glove box, under the seats, anywhere.
Chester, how about Jane Doe 1201K? Anything come back on her? How about fingerprints?
Well, she does have fingerprints. They just don't match anything we have out there for missing people. What's this for? Unless you need it analyzed, get it out of my face. It's filthy. I don't smoke, Detective. I don't need a pack of matches. It's a lighter. What do you want me to do with it?
Holster your weapon, Detective. No tactical rationale exists for this action. What exactly is your intention? Those two...
Okay, so you have a mirror. Now what? See you later, Detective Carey.
Pressing the button, you call the elevator. You select the lobby as your destination.
Well, tell him McGarrett said, book him, Dano. He'll know what it means.
Hey, you whippersnapper. Can I help you?
Dano? McGarrett told me to tell you to book him, Dano.
He said... Yep. Well, come right in there. Hey, buddy, don't hurt me now. Hey, we got gasoline around here, buddy, and I knock that off, and I mean right now.
SID has been out, right? Were they able to lift any prints? Was there anything left behind? Fibers, hairs?
Hey, you dead-burn whippersnapper! You're making me sound like an eavesdropper. Is that what you think, huh? Is it, huh?
No, not at all. I thought, that a man in your position would be more than likely to know what the situation was with each car in the lot.
Well, you're right about that, you dead-burn greenhorn. Darn shootin'. I'll tell you about SID, I will. They were here for hours. Hours! I'm not fooling you now. And you know something? They didn't find a single print. Zippo. Nada. That there car there is just as clean and shiny as the day it rolled off the old showroom floor. Yes, it is.
Has the car's owner been identified and notified that their car is here and is involved in a criminal investigation?
No, sirree, Bob. There wasn't one speck of ID in that car. No registration, no telltale signs of nobody, except maybe a ghost owning that car. Now, we're kind of hoping you're going to do a little of that sniffing around, you know, and ain't jealous here.
What can you tell me about what was in the glove box and trunk when the vehicle came in?
Well, nothing. Absolutely nada.
You're unaware of what the contents were?
What are you, just plain dumb as a loco weed? I said nothing. There was nothing in either compartment. Clean as a whistle. Shiny as a new shoe. Nothing. Nada. Rien. Zero. Greenhorn.
Looking at the license plate, you discover County E 2BSY 669. The simulated leather notebook is well worn. You note the license plate number of the vehicle. To examine the car interior, you open the door. There are no telltale signs of use or ownership, let alone evidence. There are no telltale signs of use or ownership, let alone evidence. Detective, careful where you touch. Carrie, the car has been dusted for prints. Never mind the gloves. Stop. Do not destroy the interior of the car. Secure your gun. Do not leave this here, detective. It could contaminate your case. Leaving these matches in the car now could taint your case later.
Well, once again, you've been very helpful. Thank you.
Hey, that's a big 10 for you, betcha, good buddy. Here at Hollenbeck Tow, we aim to please. Sure do.
Dang ya! Dang ya! Why don't you take a rope and hang ya? That's a song from Johnny Cash. No, Burl Ives. Maybe it wasn't either one.
You attach your Parker Center ID to your suit.
Carrying that around isn't going to help you win any friends, Detective.
You press the button to call the elevator. You select the 3rd floor as your destination.
Hey there, Junior. How goes the war?
Any news, Hal?
Well, Junior, I'm making calls, tracking down what leads are coming in. That building did us no favor. People are calling in with all sorts of wacky notions. Hell of a way to spend my day, tracking this shit down. Ain't nothing but a pile of garbage so far.
You call the elevator. You select the lobby as your destination. Feels like county as opposed to city. You open the door to social services.
May I help you, sir?
Hello, I'm Detective John Carey, Homicide LAPD. I'd like to speak with the person in charge, please.
I'm sorry, Detective. Our manager is out for the week. I'm Nora Bittridge. May I help you? No, thank you. I have matured past the first stage of psychosexual development where libidinous gratification is derived from oral intake. Playing with fire can be an indication that a person has low self-esteem. The act of setting something on fire is really an issue of control and power. With counseling, this destructive behavior can be modified and self-esteem issues can be discussed. Oh dear. My mother is right. I do need to color this gray hair.
You're being overcautious, Carey. You're being overcautious, Carey. There is nothing of value to your case to collect.
Is this some sort of symbolic gesture? I'm sorry, the meaning is hidden to me.
Hold on to this, Detective. It's a bit of life insurance.
I'm sorry, but we do not dispense pharmaceuticals here. If you need a prescription filled, you'll have to go elsewhere.
Nora, have you heard of either of these places?
Well, I believe I have. I'm thinking it must be here through work. You see, I refuse to spend $7 to see a movie, and, well, I don't believe in the exploitation of women. Consequently, I know I haven't actually been to either place.
Careful, you're making the place all sticky. Careful, you're...
Nora, what is your opinion? Could this be Luella's shoe?
I doubt that very much, Detective. You see, Luella's a very conservative person. She might be considered retentive. Her personality would never allow her to choose a shoe such as that.
Nora, a car registered to social services has wound up in impound. Its license number is County 2BSY669. Can you tell me whom it's assigned to, please?
Yes, Detective. Just let me look that up. Why, that car is assigned to one of our social workers, a Miss Luella Parker.
May I speak to Miss Parker, please?
Well, I'm afraid Luella is not in, Detective.
Is she out on a client call?
No, actually, we don't know where she is. The last time we saw her was Monday, midday. I've tried calling her home, but I get no answer.
Does Miss Parker have family we might contact?
Well, I don't believe so, at least not out in California. I think she's alone out here from Chicago.
Nora, do you think you could give me a physical description of Miss Parker?
Why, yes. I pride myself on my observation skills. Let's see. Luella is 34 years old. She stands approximately 5 feet 5 inches tall and is overweight, so I would say she weighs around 160 pounds.
Nora, what color eyes and hair does Luella have?
Why, black hair and brown eyes, Detective. Luella is black. African American.
Nora, I'd like to look over Luella's office, please.
Why, of course, Detective. If you'll follow me, I'll escort you back to her office. I'll be at my desk, Detective, if you need anything.
County requisitioned and purchased office art. Detective, the picture doesn't need straightening. Besides, you have plenty to do. The files are locked, probably to protect client confidentiality. Detective, you really don't have time to read. You need to solve this case. It's amazing the county has money to purchase computers. You are not authorized to access electronic confidential county records. County-approved desk blotter. The paper is industrial weight and grade. The county wouldn't approve of you appropriating that calendar, Detective. The calendar is turned to last Monday's date. There are no appointments listed. Walk this way.
Can I help you with anything, Detective?
Case number 18908B, Barbie Can. Case number 14434-0, Mitchell Thurman.
Well, let's see. Those are Luella's current cases, or I suppose in layman terms, her clients.
What do you know about Luella's social life? Does she have a lot of friends? Does she go out after work?
Luella's personal life is just that, personal. But as far as I can tell, her work is her life. She is very devoted to her job and her clients.
What about boyfriends, Nora? Does Luella have one, or maybe several?
I wouldn't know anything about that. I conduct myself in a professional manner and have a strict rule about discussing other people's personal lives.
What can you tell me about Luella's clients or the type of cases she works on?
Luella is assigned clients through the county. She's a family counselor, so she deals with a lot of child custody, abused children, juvenile crime cases, that sort of thing.
Nora, what is a typical workday for Luella? Is she mostly in the office seeing clients?
No, Luella's work takes her out into the field a lot. She has clients who are homebound due to illness, or she needs to examine the environment in which a person lives. She really splits her time, half field, half office.
Nora, do you know of any personal or professional problems Luella might be experiencing?
No, Luella is a private person and she keeps to herself. But I haven't noticed anything unusual in her behavior lately. Detective, Luella is hardworking and probably overworked. She does a lot of field work on her own time to compensate for the county's lack of funds to hire additional staff.
Nora, do you know of any personal or professional problems Luella might be experiencing?
No, Luella is a private person and she keeps to herself. But I haven't noticed anything unusual in her behavior lately. Detective, Luella is hardworking.
Nora, what would these files be?
If you found them on Luella's desk, they would be her current cases.
Nora, how does the numbering system work on these case files? What do O and B stand for?
The county adds letters for category distinction. B would stand for cases dealing with children, such as child custody, and O stands for borderline cases.
What do child custody cases involve, Nora?
A custody battle could involve negligent child support, child abuse, an unfit environment for the child. Detective, when it comes to children, the system attempts to be very protective.
Nora, explain the definition borderline to me. How would that apply to a client?
Borderline means it's a case that has been referred to us through another agency. Generally, this client would have received some sort of assistance and the agency dealing with them felt they needed more help.
Nora, what can you tell me about Barbie Can?
Well, I do know she's a client of Luella's. I don't know any particulars. The cases are confidential.
Nora, do you know when Luella last spoke to Miss Barbie Can?
Well, I don't remember the last time Luella called her, but I do remember getting a call last week from Miss Can, asking to speak to Luella. I remember because it was hard to hear her. There was very loud music playing in the background.
Nora, are you familiar with Luella's client, Mr. Mitchell Thurman?
Yes. Yes, I am. I know I shouldn't say this, it's unprofessional of me, but Mr. Thurman is odd. He had a very disturbing childhood, found his own mother murdered, and his father was abusive, but many people recover.
I gather you don't believe Mr. Thurman has recovered. Nora, do you remember when you last spoke to Mr. Thurman?
Yes, I do, yes. It was this last Monday, and I distinctly remember because he said he had to talk to Luella. He had the Monday blues.
It's the latest release from Yo Money. The attached receipt is marked Ragin' Records. Does this look like a cassette player?
How's it going, dude?
This Yo Money tape was found on the desk of Luella Parker, a victim in a homicide case I'm investigating. Your store's receipt was taped to the cassette.
Store policy is exchange only, no cash back. Dude, Yo Money doesn't sell so great here. Your option is to choose something from inside the counter. Take a look, dude. See what you'd like.
8-track tapes, drumsticks. Drumsticks? Detective, walk this way. Walk. You push the door open.
Why, hello there, darling. Ah, you a musician. I like a man who can make music. Usually they are very good dancers.
Hello, Barbie. How are you today?
Ah, darling, welcome back. Didn't see enough yesterday. It's true, my girls are beautiful, aren't they? Oh, but darling, you have trouble, no? How is that investigation of yours going? What you need is a little understanding. Tell Barbie where it hurts. Ah, darling, welcome back. Didn't see enough yesterday. It's true, my girls are beautiful. Darling, what is this? My file from social services? How did you get hold of that?
Barbie, do you know a woman by the name of Luella Parker?
Well, yes, darling. It's a personal matter. Why? Is Miss Parker in trouble?
Barbie, Luella Parker is dead. Her body was found in Griffith Park. Her murder is consistent with the 2 police officers. Barbie, can you tell me when you last saw Luella, and if she might have said something, anything that might, in light of her death, seem important?
Oh, that poor darling. She was a lovely girl. I think it was last week. Yes, last week I saw her. She was supposed to stop in this week, Tuesday, but she did not come by. Miss Parker was helping me with a personal matter. She was to deliver some papers to me. I do not recall she said anything or acted in any way peculiar. You know, darling, she was a shy girl. Oh, that poor darling. She was a lovely girl. I think it was last week. Yes, last week I saw her. She was supposed to stop in this week, Tuesday, but she did not come by. Miss Parker was helping me with a personal matter. She was to deliver some papers to me. I do not recall she said anything or acted in any way peculiar. You know, darling, she was a shy girl.
Barbie, Luella's death is a serious matter. It's important you tell me what you know. Let's start with what she was helping you with and what information she was to drop off.
Darling, it is nothing sinister. Miss Parker was helping me to win custody of my daughter. Miss Parker was delivering the results from my daughter's talks with the psychiatric doctor. You know, darling, to find out if I poisoned her mind with naked thoughts. It would seem my soon-to-be ex-husband has suddenly taken a dislike to my occupation.
Barbie, bitter divorce cases can result in some pretty horrific actions. Tell me about your husband. Is he capable of violence? What about his work? Has he been laid off? Or his health? Any added stress can sometimes push a person over the edge.
Oh, darling, my husband is an ass, and he is also a police officer. It is best that I do not discuss him.
Barbie, if my investigation progresses in your direction, I'm going to need to know your husband's name, his division.
It's soon to be ex-husband, darling, and yes, of course. But for now, I see no reason to complicate my personal business. Yes?
For now, today, I'll let it go, Barbie. But the minute anything points in your direction, I'll be back. You know, Barbie, cops aren't immune to trouble. You wouldn't protect him, would you?
Oh, my heavens, no, darling. If he was too lazy to satisfy me, darling, he is much too lazy to have hurt Miss Parker.
If you hear anything from your ex, or if you think of anything that could help, please call me at Parker Center. Just ask for Robbery Homicide Detective Carey. Okay, Barbie?
I know how to reach you, darling, and I will help if I can. Darling, you need to relax. Maybe come see my act some evening. It would do you good. Barbie's body language always makes a man feel good.
Hold on.
Welcome to the Third Eye Theater. May I help you? Yes, please come in. Enter to the left. How may I help you? You are with Social Services? I thought that has my name on it.
I'm LAPD Homicide. I'm conducting a murder investigation.
Oh, I see.
Mitchell, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if that's all right.
Yes, of course.
Mitchell, do you know someone by the name of Luella Parker?
Oh, it's terrible what happened. It was wrong. Oh.
Mitchell, is there something you know that you haven't told me? Something about Luella?
She was so lovely about it. Oh, she was so lovely. It was so sad.
Mitchell, what is so sad? Why don't you calm down and slowly tell me what happened? Okay, Mitchell? Real slow and easy.
My dog, it's horrible. It's horrible what they said.
What about your dog, Mitchell? Did your dog hurt someone? Did your dog hurt Luella? Is that what happened, Mitchell? You can tell me. It's all right.
No. They said, my neighbor said that I hurt my dog, but that I didn't feed him. Luella came to help me, to tell them the truth.
Mitchell, what is the truth? Can you tell me the truth, Mitchell?
My dog is naturally thin. I feed him. I do. A lot. Big, juicy bones.
Mitchell, when was the last time you spoke to Luella? Do you remember?
Maybe a couple of weeks ago. Why are you asking so many questions? Has something happened to Luella?
Luella was found murdered, Mitchell. I'm looking for the person who killed her.
Oh my! Oh no! Oh my! It's horrible. All this crying has made me thirsty. How about you? Would you like something to drink? Please, have a cup of tea on the house.
The tea is refreshing, if not a little bitter.
Don't you feel better? I know I do. How about a movie on the house? Everybody deserves a treat once in a while. Don't you feel better? I know I do. How about a movie on the house? Everybody deserves a treat once in a while. Wake up! Wake up! You fell asleep. It's time to go now. Go! Please leave now. Please go. I have to get ready for the next show. You're falling asleep has put me behind my schedule.
It appears the theater is closed. The doors are locked. Yahoo! The street looks familiar. However, there are no street signs to confirm your location. It's a relief map of the world. You apply glue to the drumstick. You apply glue to the mirror. You attach the mirror on to the end of the stick. Whoa, what the... Wait, it's you. It's an old mirror. What are you attempting to do exactly, Detective? What are you attempting to do exactly, Detective? It's the dog door. Pushing offers no result. Pulling offers resistance. Whoa, that's hot! The boxes are empty, Detective. Using the putty knife, you jimmy open the lock. Light source origin unknown. The stairwell leads to the unknown. The carpeting is dirty and well worn. The handrail could use a good cleaning, Carrie. It's sticky. The carpet feels filthy, Detective. There is no one in sight. The coast appears clear. You push the door open. The counters are filthy, a consistent throughout this place. The counters have a slimy, sticky substance covering them, Detective. This poor guy probably never thought his head would wind up hacked off and sitting like a pot roast in some pervert's refrigerator. The gruesome details of this job are sometimes overwhelming, eh, Detective? Actually, he kinda looks like he could use a smoke. This is valuable evidence, Detective. Setting it on fire is wrong and unlawful. Careful, Carrie. You don't want your fingerprints on the evidence. That's sick, Detective. Think, act, be professional. Detective, your vest can't help him now. Besides, he has no shoulders. Detective, what exactly is the purpose of your action? Don't disturb the evidence, Carrie. Wait for SID. Leave the sample collecting to SID. There's more to do than you're equipped to handle. What do you think? That shoe is like some kind of smelling salts? Carrie, that's coins in a fountain, not in an orifice. Have a little respect, Detective. Let SID handle this, Detective. There's more to do than your kit provides for. It's decapitated and contained. No need for deadly use of force. What exactly is your intention? This form has only one purpose, and this is not it. It's a little late for that, don't you think, Detective? It's a little late to be offering this guy comfort and pain relief. Dental exam? Come on, there's better things you could be doing to solve this case. This isn't going anywhere. Forget the cuffs, Detective. This is no way to handle leads on a case. Your intentions are extremely unclear, Carrie. Are you feeling all right, Carrie? This is a decapitated head. There's no clear meaning to your action, Detective. Since when did you get such a gruesome sense of humor, Detective? He apparently doesn't smoke, Detective. He doesn't seem to have a sweet tooth.
Here you go, boy. Good dog.
The sedatives have done the trick. The dog is fast asleep, Detective. Animal is unconscious. The last thing it needs is a smoke. The dog no longer poses a threat. Put the firearm away. Leave the dog alone. You don't want to wake him, Detective. The dog no longer poses a threat. Your action is just plain cruel. Leave the dog alone. You don't want to wake him, Detective. What would a dog do with spare change? Keep your money. Get back to work, Carrie. Leave the dog alone. You don't want to wake him, Detective. Leave the dog alone. You don't want to wake him, Detective. Leave the dog alone. You don't want to wake him, Detective. The dog is unconscious. He can't eat anything. Detective, you look pretty good considering what you're going through. There's no running water. The handles are stuck in place, Detective. The counter is pretty sticky. Detective, there is no reason for this. Detective, what do you... You look underneath the bed and discover no one. The floor is hardwood and stained beyond repair. You don't need to touch the floor to know the surface is tacky, Detective. Careful, you could contaminate legitimate evidence. The room is stained from the walls to the ceiling. A place of rest? It looks more like a place of unrest. Arson is criminal, and in this case, quite deadly. You notate the condition of the bed and the room in general. This hole in the wall has no bearing on your investigation. Holster your weapon. There is no visible threat. Holster your weapon, Detective. The hole is unsightly but not threatening. Matches and dry timber? Not a good idea. This is a hole, not an ashtray. This is a hole, not an ashtray. Hold on to this, Detective. It's a bit of life insurance. That should provide some protection. Odd idea, Detective. You're being overcautious. There's nothing of value to collect. You open the closet doors. The closet reveals not much. There's nothing on the shelf to take. The shelf is bare, Carrie. The floor is neglected hardwood. The surface is pitted and stained. The closet reveals not much. This shoe looks familiar. A perfect match. You notate the discovery of the shoe. Leave this exactly as is. Move it and you ruin its potential value as evidence in a future trial. The endorsement of smoking. The woman appears to be asleep. She's unconscious. She can't see your badge, Carrie. She's unconscious. Smoking will not revive her, Detective. She's not broken, not exactly. More like immobilized. Hold your fire. This woman poses no threat, Carrie. Do you think the smell of money will wake her? Wrong. What good will that do, Carrie? This woman is wearing both her shoes. She doesn't need this one. Knock it off. You've got more important things to do. She's unconscious, Detective. The last thing she can do is read. That's sick. Really sick. You want her to drive? In her condition? There's no need to restrain this woman. She's unconscious. Detective, checking her teeth? Notating this woman's condition will be important if this case goes to trial, Detective. Are you serious, Carrie? This is your Parker Center ID. It can't help her. It's doubtful she's a diabetic, Carrie. Besides, you should never give an unconscious person solid food matter.
Ma'am? Ma'am, can you hear me? I'm a police officer. Ma'am? LAPD. Ma'am? Ma'am, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
You've been here before, Detective. You're in the Third Eye Theater. The fabric on the seats is red, and red fibers were found on the victims' bodies. This is no time to sit down, Carrie. SID can come in to collect samples. You have other things to attend to. Let SID collect samples later. You have a killer to find now. Let SID handle evidence collection at a later time. They're the projection booth windows. Hold your fire. You have no idea what you'd be shooting at. Upon shaking, a skeleton key emerges from the can. Knocking on the door, you receive no response. Opening the paper towel dispenser, you find discovery notated, Detective. The hypodermic contains residual fluids. You don't want to go down there, Carrie. It'll burn your eyes. The smell in the hall is repugnant, Carrie. Hang back. Careful where you touch, Detective. With a smell like the one in this hall, you don't know what you might be touching. The small door probably leads to the projection booth. The smell in the hall. The smell. There's no guarantee you'll mark your target given the proximity of the two bodies. Hold your fire. Detective, to whom do you wish to speak? They're gone, Detective. They must be headed up the ladder. The door is locked. The knob won't turn, Detective. This skeleton key does not unlock the door. You're not the theater maintenance man, Carrie. You're not the theater maintenance man, Carrie. Walk. Your action. The hardwood is well worn. Carrie, the door is locked. Walk. The skeleton key fits into everything has been removed from your pockets. You can't see out the window from this position, Carrie. You can't see this. You can't see out. You can't see. You can't see out. You can't. A gruesome sight. The dog didn't survive the fall. What do we have here? There's nothing. Beauty Net Hairspray. Combining the lighter's flame with the aerosol spray produces a torch. Do not try this at home. There are enough smudges on the wall without you adding to them. Your action neutralizes your assailant.
Detective Carey, for exceptional courage and integrity, above and beyond the call of duty in the face of felonious criminal assaults on your person and the persons of others, including an ambush by criminals using fully automatic weapons, and your unwavering attention to duty in solving a series of 5 homicides, bringing to closure a period of open season on the good people of our community. It is my honor to present you with the department's highest award, the Medal of Valor. Congratulations.
Air 100. A beautiful evening over LA. The sky is clear. The ground appears quiet. We'll be heading out west.